Interesting facts about Capricorn zodiac sign. Responsible, disciplined, reserved. It's easy to assume Capricorns are one of the most boring and predictable signs in the zodiac, but that's not always the case. Capricorns are hard asses, sure, but the following facts prove there's more to them than meets the eye. Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to Zodiac Talks and click on the bell icon to receive all the updates. And now, question of the week. Which body part does Capricorn rule? Options are reproductive system, thighs, knees, ankles. Let me know your answer in the comments box. Proceeding to interesting facts. Number 1. Capricorn loves being on their own. While they're not necessarily hermits, Capricorns love being on their own, away from other people and their problems. Sure, they enjoy hanging out with their friends and family and won't shun a party or a reunion here and there, but they treasure their solitude and often need to get away from it all. Number 2. Capricorns can't stand insecure people. If you want to attract the attention of a Capricorn, you need to be assertive and confident, or else they'll overlook you entirely. It's not only that they find those traits attractive, who doesn't? But instead that they don't like people depending on them. They want to spend time away from their partners from time to time. So they search for people confident enough in themselves and their relationship to understand this. Number 3. They're a lot more fun than they appear. On first impressions, Capricorn might seem like a reserved, aloof, even cold individual, but that's not always the case. The truth is that Capricorns may be downright hilarious and the life of the party, but you need to get to know them before they show this side of theirs. Capricorns know how to party, but they need to want to party with you first. Number 4. They're incredibly loyal. If there's something Capricorns treat seriously, it's romantic relationships. Capricorns don't start relationships lightly. They'd rather be alone than be in a relationship where they're not happy, and they don't feel the need to be in a relationship just so that they're not on their own. When a Capricorn does want to be in a relationship, though, they'll treat it quite seriously, committing themselves to their partner wholeheartedly. Number 5. They're private individuals. Most Capricorns don't like sharing their personal business with the rest of the world. They're firm believers of to each their own, and excel at keeping people's at arm's length for long periods, never revealing what they like, what they think, or even what they do. They're not purposefully mysterious either. Capricorns can be pretty open about their interests and preferences, but only when they're grown to trust you. They take a while to open to new people. That's it. Number 6. Capricorns bottle up everything. Part of their reputation as cold and distant comes from the fact that Capricorns tend to bottle up their negative emotions. They're so independent they'd rather face their own problems, so they tend not to share their feelings until they can't hide them anymore. Number 7. When they want something, they get it. Some people call them stubborn, others call them disciplined. Whatever you call them, the truth is that Capricorns can make anything happen. They're patient, dedicated, consistent, and ambitious. So whenever something catches their fancy, they give it their all to succeed. Number 8. They give excellent advice. Capricorns have the ability to distance themselves from emotional matters long enough to come up with a logical and well thought out opinion. All this means that Capricorns tend to give great advice, as they're able to look at issues from multiple perspectives before coming up with the solution. Number 9. They have very high standards. Capricorns can be pretty particular about the things they like and how they like them. Everything must be just right, and if they're not, Capricorns aren't shy about pointing it out. More often than not, though, Capricorns can take a proactive approach and change the things that bother them. Number 10. They don't forgive easily. It takes a long time for Capricorn to feel comfortable enough to trust someone, so they take betrayals very seriously. Convincing them to forgive you can be challenging, if not downright impossible. And even if they do, you can bet they won't forget anytime soon. If you betray a Capricorn's trust, you might salvage your relationship, but it'll never be what it was. Number 11. They hate impunctuality. Capricorns value efficiency and organization, which means they're usually very punctual, and they expect others to be as well. They'll try their best to show up to meetings and reunions on time, and they hate it when they have to wait. After all, not only is it a lack of respect, but it can take up time from other planned activities, which is even worse. Number 12. They're very sarcastic. Contrary to popular belief, Capricorns do have a sense of humor. It just tends to be dry, if not downright dark, and definitely not for everyone. Those who understand their sense of humor agree, though. Capricorns can be hilarious, and their casual, witty observations make hanging out with them a treat. Number 13. They're very logical. Capricorns are evidence-based people who find it hard to believe in things without evidence. They tend to stick to facts and demonstrable things, which makes them hard to fool and even harder to lie to. Number 14. They abhor gossip. If there's something that Capricorns hate, it's gossip, particularly when it comes to celebrity gossip. For the most part, they don't care deeply about other people's personal life, especially if they don't know them. So, whenever people start gossiping around them, they stop listening. Number 15. They're an ambitious bunch. They might dream big, they might dream small, but they all have the drive and determination to achieve their goals, no matter what stands in their way. One way or another, Capricorns make things happen, and they're perfectly capable of moving mountains to get shit done. Number 16. They can be cruel when angry. It takes a lot to anger a Capricorn, but when you manage to do it, they hold nothing back. They tend not to be physically violent, but they can be vicious with their words, and some of the things they say can be more painful than any punch. Number 17. They're good at reading people. Thanks to their analytical personalities, Capricorns excel at reading others, fixating on their habits, looks, and gestures to draw surprisingly accurate assessments about them. To Capricorns, people can be open books, and we all know how much Capricorns like to read. Number 18. They're pragmatic to a fault. Capricorns are one of the most practical zodiac signs out there, and this stretches to every aspect of their life. When making a decision, no matter how big or small, they analyze all aspects of it to find the easiest, most effective way of achieving the desired result. Everything else tends to be ignored. Thanks for watching the video, and please like, share it with friends to help us grow.